Hi everyone, so back to my series of using the Redmi Note 8 Xiaomi, and it's on MIUI 11 right now, is the ability to use two different SIM cards. Now it doesn't just stop at using two different SIM cards at the same time in the same phone. If I go into SIM cards and mobile networks, you're gonna see that I have two different SIM cards. In SIM 1 I have Rain, which is what I use for data. In SIM 2 I have my name, and you can actually personalize this to whatever name you want it to be, and it doesn't have to be the name. You can go to edit sim name and you can name it exactly the name that you want. The great thing about this for me is the fact that I can actually choose which SIM card uses data and which SIM card I'm using for dialing and receiving calls only and all of that stuff. So for me, the one that I'm using for receiving calls and making calls, when I want to make calls, it's the dial one. So every time I dial a number, automatically it's gonna make the calls from this SIM card, which is my personal one in SIM tray 2. And if for the internet usage, I use the Rain one, which is using data only. So it's only gonna allow the phone to use data from that particular SIM card in SIM 1. And it doesn't stop there, because the beauty of it is that if I go into Facebook and I go to app info, I can actually set how this application uses the application data usage. So on Facebook, for example, if I want to allow it to use data on SIM 1 and SIM 2, I can just leave those, I can leave the ticks there. If I don't want to allow those to I don't want to allow Facebook to use data from those SIM cards, then I can untick them and say okay. And that means it's only going to allow it to use data on Wi-Fi. If I'm not on Wi-Fi, even if both my SIM cards are in, it's not going to allow Facebook to use data from those SIM cards. And if I want Facebook to only use data from SIM 2 and say okay, it's only going to allow Facebook to use data from SIM 2, the same for SIM 1. And the even more amazing thing about this is that I can put in different types of SIM cards, and it's always going to remember this when I pop in the SIM card. So when I pop in a different SIM card that is not Rain and I've set the data a different way, it's going to remember that every single time. So that's another feature that I found really useful in the settings, and I use it every day. So catch you in the next one.